Hi, my name is Project-Ritter, and this is my programming project. This is the code that I wrote for the Willow Pools project, and that can be seen running as the application right here. We hit F5 and we can put in, a height of 2, a width of 2, and a length of 2. And you can see it just takes that times that times that to give the result of 8. And we can put in any numbers we want here. So 10 and 4. And then the exit button works as well. And the second part was the currency calculator. And here's the code that I wrote for that. And let me pull up the application real quick. Okay, and if we hit F5 in just a second, and we can put in 10 American dollars. As you see, it rounds out to the nearest decimal with that conversion factor, and we can do any numbers we want, and it gives a conversion factor to British pounds, Mexican pesos, Canadian dollars, and Japanese yen. And now the third part of the project was the tile limited solution. And here's that code that was associated with it. And now let me pull up that application real quick. After we hit F5, we can put in the length. So let's just put in 80, 20, and the price per square foot is going to be 5. It gives you the full area and the total price. What it takes is that length and width, and then multiplies to get the area, and then it multiplies by the price and the area to get the total price. You can change this up, and it's gonna go through that algorithm every time. And the fourth project was with a quick loan solution, and here was the financial algorithm I derived, and that produced this right here. Let me pull this up. Okay, what the question asked was a $9,000 principal with an interest rate of 12% and a term of 3 years. And when we hit submit, it will calculate out using the financial equation what the total interest is. Then it'll add that interest back on the principal to get the total repayment. And you can change the numbers around, be 5. And then hit exit. And so that was the quick loan solution. And finally, the last part of the project was for my company. And this was the code that I wrote. What I did was I took, had 2 products, cameras and video cameras, and I derived a unit price per unit for cameras and video cameras, and multiplied them out for how many cameras someone wants and video cameras. Then we give a subtotal. That subtotal will be subject to a 7% sales tax, and then it would add that tax and subtotal, get the grand total. And there are all the commands, and let me pull that up real quick. Okay, and if someone wanted to rent 2 cameras and 4 video cameras for, say, a wedding, the unit price comes up as default $30 for the cameras and $45 per day for the video cameras, and those multiplied out and added together get a subtotal of $240. That multiplied by 7% is $16.80 for sales tax, and then added on to that is the $256.80. You can change these around and even type something in here, but it'll still go back to that 15, or that 30, excuse me. And it should change all that.